Is this recording? Okay, hi there. First of all, I have to apologize. I had the flu the last couple of days, and my boxes of posters. I went through the first half of the first box I found and took pictures of them and cropped them and whatever and put the most posters in them. It took forever, so I'm going to try an experiment now. I have the second half of the box. It doesn't look like much, but there's a ton in here. It took me forever to unfold them. But I'm going to just go through it and try to do it this way. It's probably not the best thing to do in the long run, but whatever. Here is Parasite, the 3D 80s horror flick. It came without warning. It's it's hard to see. I know the pictures are hard to see because it's not laying flat, but there you go. And then what do we have? Meteor. The disaster movie that broke American International Pictures, sent them out of business. And then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I actually liked Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Sue me. This is Bog. Some crappy horror movie. I remember seeing this advertised on the public access channel or whatever it was, something like that. When we first got cable back in the early 80s, back when MTV was just starting out, I wanted to see it so bad. It never actually showed up in my town, and then I got it on VHS years later, and it was crap-a-rama. Snore. And then I have an advance, one sheet for Logan's Run, kind of telling you what the storyline is about. And it's got some separation folds, like right there. And then I have a one sheet for Logan's Run. Is this even working? I don't even know. And get up there. Get up. Then I have one of the Star Wars TV movie things, Caravan of Courage, an Ewok adventure. I guess they must have released this internationally at theaters or something. Yeah, international. Okay. Oh, again, I apologize for my voice. Like I said, I had the flu the last couple of days. Anyway, this is The Man from Deep River. The black and white version is called, Sacrifice. I had that in my pictures earlier from the first half of box one. Blue Water, White Death. It's kind of like a National Geographic type of thing, looking at sharks, cashing in on Jaws, of course. And then, the controversial William Friedkin movie, Cruising, starring Al Pacino. And then Stephen King's Dead Zone, which was actually okay. The book was better. But then, whatever. And then this is one of my earliest posters. I would say one of the first 10 posters I had. This one and the one underneath it, it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And these are the actual early posters I had. I know that because the dust on the back. And I was like, yeah, I remember the dust when I folded it up. This is the other style of Rocky Horror Picture Show. So these two were among the first 10 posters I owned. Here's Torture Garden. Traitor, Horny. Little play on words there. I guess it's an adult film, but I don't think it's like a porn film. I think it's just like a nudie comedy. Oops, shit. This is a bad idea. This is another thing called Horror House with Frankie Avalon. I've never seen this movie. I've kind of wanted to, but I have a feeling it's going to be crap. But I know it's a British cast with Frankie Avalon. I can't imagine an adult Frankie Avalon in a British horror movie, but whatever. And then The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Ooh, classic poster. And Linda Blair, you put her fabulous dance moves from Exorcist 2, The Heretic, to work in Roller Boogie. The roller disco movie of the year. Wow, how exciting. It's Love on Wheels. And then, speaking of The Exorcist, here's a rip-off title, The Sexorcists. Ooh. The devil made them do it, and they loved it. Okay, and then here's the Mummy movie, The Awakening, with Charlton Heston. Stephen King's The Shining. Tom Cruise, Interview with a Vampire. Is this... I don't know. Okay. I hope this works. The ultra sleazy Don't Answer the Phone. Ooh, he'll know you're alone. Don't answer the phone. Of course, nobody has phones connected to their house anymore. I do, but that's just me. And then this is the Rocky Horror Picture Show sequel, Shock Treatment. What's this? Dracula's Dog. Ooh. And we have an adult movie, Society Affairs, with Deep Throat's Harry Reams and a bevy of lovely ladies, who's I'm sure made all of their parents proud. And then Frankie Avalon's Deborah Wally, Cesar Romero, Gail Gordon, Buster Keaton, and Eve Arden star in Sergeant Deadhead. Oh, the joy. And then, this right here, I don't know if you can see this or not. I don't know what this is exactly. I don't know that they didn't have any one-sheets for John Waters' Desperate Living, because New Line Cinemas was just kind of starting out, and they made these like little teeny posters. I don't even remember getting this, but apparently it's autographed by John Waters. I'm thinking that's a legitimate autograph. I don't remember how I got this or where I got this. I've met John Waters a couple of times. I had him sign things. I don't remember if he signed this particular thing or not, but I have it. So yay, I don't know. And over here I have The Elephant Man. It's a David Lynch movie. It's so unlike his other movies, but it's a really brilliant movie. I think it was up for Best Picture that year. It deserved to be. It was a good movie. Okay. The Boogeyman. Yeah, this is a really stupid movie, but I like it. Okay. And I first saw The Boogeyman on a double bill with Zombie in 1980. Awesome combo. Thank you. And yes, I was way too young to be seeing that, but whatever. Okay, here is another advance for Logan's Run. And then It's Alive 2. And then another copy of The Man Who Wasn't There. I had another copy in the batches I posted the other day. And then we have Battle for the Planet of the Apes. How exciting. The only Planet of the Apes film I don't poster I don't have is the original one. I can't seem to ever get that one. Anyway, Devil Doll. Cool little ventriloquist dummy horror movie poster. Very cool. Back to the Planet of the Apes thing. I do have another one of these. It's already framed, but whatever. Devil Doll. I'm glad I got this poster. I can't believe I got it so cheap when I got it. I got it for like maybe under $10, but this was like 10 years ago too, so whatever. And then another copy of Lifeguard. Every girl's summer dream. How exciting. And then a James Bond's The Living Daylights. Okay. Okay, and then we have Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery, the U.S. one sheet. I've seen the Italian poster for it. Ooh, I wish I had that one. But whatever. Here is Legend of Hell House. This is a cool little movie. And then I believe this one also is one of my first 10 movies, posters ever. Maybe my first 15. Motel Hell. I remember having this hanging right over my bed on the ceiling. I got to look at these screaming heads buried in the ground with a man and a woman holding a pitchfork and an axe. That's a great image to go to sleep to. And then over here I have a re-release of Treasure Island. And then Warlords of Atlantis. Kind of fun art on this. I don't know if this is the one. I don't know if I saw. There's Beyond Atlantis. I'm thinking Beyond Atlantis is the really crappy, boring one. But I'm not really sure if I saw Warlords of Atlantis or not. It might be really boring and crappy too. I don't know. And then Gene Wilder in The World's Greatest Lover. I never saw this movie, but I always wanted to. It looks like it'd be a hoot. And because I like John Waters so much, of course, I naturally followed Divine. And this is Divine's... John Waters did not make Lust in the Dust, but Divine was in it, as was Tab Hunter, Lanny Kazan, what's his name? Jeffrey Lewis, Henry Silva, Cesar Romero, and who is that? Gina Gallego. I don't know who that is. Okay, anyway. So, it wasn't the greatest movie ever, but it was kind of campy fun. And then, of course, Friday the 13th, Part 3. This is another copy. I have one that's framed someplace. I have... And then Evil in the Deep. Looks like a Jaws ripoff to me, but I've never seen the movie. Nice art. This poster. I'm excited about this poster. The story is... where is that poster? Years ago, I was at this swap meet. It was on the naval base in Alameda. And they have it like once a month. And this guy had posters. And at the time, I couldn't afford a lot of what he had. But he had this half sheet for something called Disaster. And I'd never heard of it before. From 1948. I'm like, Disaster? And it was completely different graphics than what's shown here. It was sort of like all this rubble and people standing around and doing stuff. And I thought, wow, this is something. I love my disaster movies. I love, like the Earthquake, Towering Inferno, the airport movies. I love that. So, I saw this one called Disaster. Oh my gosh. So I got that half sheet and I had been looking for a one sheet forever. I never knew whatever. And I found one. I was like so excited. Wow. So here's my Disaster one sheet. It's not in the best condition, but it's kind of adds to the whole, come on, move. There. And then this is Horror of the Zombies. This is like one of the Blind Dead movies. This is, I think, also known as Galleon of the Dead. So there's the Templar monks right there, the zombie Templar monks. Okay. And here is Robin Hood, the Walt Disney Robin Hood. And it's trifold. It's kind of like got a soft fold. It wasn't really folded in half either way, so it's kind of a trifold with a soft fold. If that matters to anybody, I don't care. Here's The Nightmare Before Christmas that I had. It's folded, and I've been looking for one that was not folded for the longest time when I got the lenticular. So yay! So this one will be going on the sale list because I got my fabulous lenticular. Okay, here is Murder by Death. This is a great little movie, and actually this little picture, if you've seen the movie, it starts up with a book or something, but it's like a pop-up of this scene. So this is kind of cool because the poster is the pop-up. Okay, and then over here we have Laser Blast. And I know this is a crappy movie, but it's kind of cool in its own little way. But you can't deny that the poster is not awesome. This is an awesome little poster. Okay, I gotta keep going here. I'm running out of room on my camera. Okay, House of Psychotic Women. I'll shut up and just kind of show you. The Lost Boys. Stephen King's Pet Sematary. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This one, also one of my top, my first 15, 20 posters. Fade to Black. Someone gave this to me when I was in high school. Yeah, I didn't buy a whole lot when I was really before I was working, so, but I did buy them now and again. The Norseman. Lee Major's The Norseman. Beyond the Fog. This is actually Horror of Snape Island, retitled to cash in on the success of The Fog. Oops. And then we have Exorcism's Daughter. Serpent and the Rainbow. Oliver and Company. Oh, Revenge of the Dead. Awesome poster. The most boring movie you'll ever see. I don't think there's any zombies in it. There's no blood in it. Despite this, NC set or this soft-rated X rating, this is a crappy, boring movie. Don't even bother.